What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for the super quick video, and today we'll be talking about the difference between right stick shooting and square button. With this one here, we're not going to judge both of them overall because we all know that there are some elements that it's hard to put into numbers. For example, there might be some players that are more comfortable physically to use right stick because they don't need to move their thumbs that far after dribbling. Or maybe there's some players who are more comfortable with square button because they've been doing that for a long time. So we're not factoring in those things. We'll focus more on the challenge reduction, if it will show any reasonable difference. And try to watch the whole video so it will make full sense. It's not going to be that long anyway. And after watching, please let me know in the comment section what you think. Have you tried using both of them and what's your experience? So let's get right into it. So before we go right into the main comparison, here are some facts that you guys need to know. First one, holding right stick up won't guarantee that all your shots will be on high arc. There will be sometimes that it will be just ideal, and there will be even sometimes that it will be flat. And to give you a rough idea on how the randomness will be, here you go. So it's sometimes ideal and sometimes high, but rarely flat. Same thing with right stick down, it can trigger high, ideal, and flat as well. The only difference is that if you're on the right spot on the wing area, holding right stick up makes your shot off the glass. For square button though, I tried it a lot of times and I can't trigger high arc. Mostly it'll be ideal. Next one, here is the visual difference between high, ideal, and flat. It is really noticeable if you focus on the arc while you are shooting. Now that we know that yes, right stick up will give you high arcing shots, the big question now is, do high arcing shots make any difference in terms of shot challenge? Because there could be a chance that it is just cosmetics, or there could be a chance as well that high arcing shots will give you less challenge, or there could be a chance as well that the difference is too small that we don't need to worry about it. So I executed this sequence here in lots of repetitions, and I took note of every shot challenge percentage and get the average. So we have two sets. First one is square button, and second set will be just right stick up. And by the way, I'm only recording high arcing shots on right stick up. And to make this test more accurate, I'll make sure that every samples are about the same distance, and of course we'll take 100 samples each to reduce the margin of error. That's more than enough. Now for the results, surprisingly, it didn't make much difference. I mean, that gap there is just too small, to the extent that this sequence here, which have an average challenge percentage, didn't produce much difference. Or that could be just a margin of error as well. Keep in mind as well that I only recorded high arcing shots on right stick up, so if ever I recorded the ideals as well, then it could be closer. Just want to make it clear, I'm not saying that shot arc is just 100% cosmetics. I'm just saying that in terms of these exact sequence here, it's either shot arc doesn't matter at all, that maybe this difference here is just margin of error, or the difference is just so small that you don't even need to worry about it. Now the big question is why it didn't make much difference. Let's find out after these messages. And before we go to the next part, just want to invite you guys to like the video if you're liking it so far. And if you think that this channel deserves 100k subs, would be really awesome if you guys can subscribe to make this silver play button real. I'll give you guys some moments. So now going back, I tried to get some sense why the results were like that, so I made this one here. Those two balls there are actually the peaks of ideal and high arcing shots. I just made it more visible. You can notice here that you can't really feel the difference at the release point. I mean, having an ideal or high arcing shot will still have the same release point, and that's where the challenge is. So that's why we can't see much of a difference. The actual difference on the ball exposure can only be felt at this point here, which is too high already. I haven't really tested this next part here because I don't think you will jack up a contested shot like this one, but maybe high arcing shots will only matter if you're too small and you have a height gap like this, and he's that close. Keep in mind, this sequence here is already flagging around 18 to 23% challenge, and still the difference between high arcing shots and ideal shots still can't be felt. I don't think you will take a challenge shot like this one. What can make a difference is the release point height, which can be changed on your jump shot release and base. I tested those already, and yes, they will show difference. So in summary, in terms of jump shooting, I don't think you need to worry about choosing between right stick up and square button. It's either the difference is so small or there's nothing at all. So just choose whichever control you feel more comfortable. Don't be like, I will switch to right stick shooting so I will have high arcing shots for less challenge. No, don't do that. But of course, if you want to switch to right stick up or button because you feel that is much comfortable, of course you can go ahead. Again, I'm not saying that shot arc is fully cosmetics. I'm just saying that shot arc can't be felt on normal sequences like this. Like maybe it could be felt on some extreme challenges, which I don't think you will take those shots anyway. Or maybe it will affect the chances of you getting blocked if you aim for the glass instead of shooting it straight. And by the way, I already tested these exact sequence here, and there's not much difference as well. I think it needs to be a really close challenge for you to feel it. So that's all for the video. If you guys like it, please smash that like button and please consider subscribing for more videos. And don't forget to drop by the channel for lots of other contents. And as always, stay safe and happy gaming, guys. Peace.